Like, but did you die?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you get them. Beat them at their own game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my parents, they raised all of our siblings like this. And, we're all weird now. But my brother and I, we actually have very, very similar careers. He's in the military, and I make TikToks. So he's helping America, and I'm helping China. Someone's got to do it. But it's like some people are just built for the military. You got to be a special type of person to go into the military. And that's my brother. He's insane. He's 6'4", 200-something pounds of pure muscle with bright green eyes. This dude is gorgeously terrifying. He's deployed right now. He's in Africa, and I guarantee you he's in the middle of a war, dodging bullets like... It's like they should be throwing grenades, not $1 bills. Put your shirt back on, dude. But he's constantly getting on me for being shorter than him all the time. He's like, "Oh, Christian, you're a short king." And I'm like, "Yo, you need to stop height shaming me, man." He said, "I'm not height shaming you. Short king is a compliment. I'm building you up. You know, something your body can't do." And that's wrong. And he's been doing this for so long. I told him, I was like, it doesn't bother me when you make fun of my height anymore. And he was like, "Would you say it's growing on you?" I was like, "No, it's not growing on me." He's like, "Then you should be used to that." That's good. There you go. He's ruthless, and his voice really is that deep. I promise you. We think that he was born with 2 Adam's apples. And then my sister and I split one. I don't even know what that joke means, if I'm being honest with you. I think the most annoying thing about his height, and if you have tall people in your life, you'll understand this. The most annoying thing about his height is that when we used to share the same car, he would put the driver's seat all the way back, and he would never put that thing back up. There was one day I got into that car, I fell so far back, I saw a segregated water fountain. I was like, I saw the young Morgan Freeman. It was far, y'all. I think the thing my brother and I have most in common is that we both enjoy country music. Y'all like country music? I should have known the answer to that. Yeah, we like country music just because, like, that's where we were raised, you know, in the middle of the country, so we can't even help it. My mom literally used to call us the children of the corn growing up. And it's not because we killed anybody, it's because, like, we live near a cornfield. That's literally it. But I think the cool thing about it is, like, now I have a lot of hillbilly friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what that means. Just miles and miles and miles of mullets. Y'all like mullets? No? Alright. They're an acquired taste, okay? Like Tide Pods. But y'all, I don't care what anybody says. If you have a mullet, you are a confident person. And I love that. Like, sometimes you can be, like, a little bit too confident. Because my friend, he is a mullet, and he texted me, he was like, "My mullet makes me smarter." He spelled every word wrong. Come on, dog. But that's what we just like country music, you know, the mullets lead right to the daggone music. Like, my brother and I, we went to our first country music concert last year. We saw Luke Combs in Philly. And it was pretty cool. But before we went, like, all of our hillbilly friends, they warned us. They were like, "Look, buddy, you're gonna see a whole lot of Daisy Dukes." I was like, "On men or women?" He said, "Yes." Oh, Lord. I was nervous because like the country that we live in is Amish country. I live in Pennsylvania, yeah, it's Amish. Y'all just like their donuts. Come on. Amish people are amazing. I admire Amish people so much because like, they're hardworking folks. They're extremely hardworking, but they're not the only ones. Okay, because right now in my old neighborhood, there's a lot of new houses being built, and they're being built by Amish people and Hispanic people. And those two groups together is the hardest working group of people I have ever seen. Look, by the end of this sentence, 7 houses will have been built. They are made for each other. It's 2 communities, 1 goal, 0 child labor laws. They got generational co-workers, okay? And it's a beautiful sight to see. I actually used to wish, when I was younger, I used to wish that I was Amish and Hispanic. Mostly just for the food though, because like both communities got amazing daggone food. Amazing food. And growing up, my mom, she would rarely ever cook for us. Like if I ever told my mom I was hungry, she'd be like, boy, you better fend fo yo self, right? Y'all were there apparently. But like fending for myself was difficult to do, you know? Especially while I was breastfeeding. High school's hard enough. What, y'all weren't homeschooled? Y'all are wild for cheering for that. Yeah, my mom would eventually cook for us. But like, we were always very skeptical about it because what she used to do is she would chew up our food first. And then spit it into our mouths like a mommy bird. But she wouldn't do it like an elegant flamingo. She would do it like a deranged pelican. Every time, just... Some kids got Lunchables. We got smoothies, y'all. Y'all don't have to eat it, okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. But that's just my family. I love my family so much. And like it's cool like the older you get and you start to look back on your family, you know? And you get to see all the little funny stuff about the strange stuff. Like growing up, our family was cheap. I never realized that we were cheap growing up. I had no idea. My only thought was like, wow, we sure are resourceful. I don't know anybody else who reuses paper plates, but here we are. Like almost everything we got was a hand-me-down. Every single thing was a hand-me-down from my cousin DJ, who actually lives in Ohio. Everything was a hand-me-down. Even our pets. I cannot tell you how many goldfish I received that were already dead. And I asked my cousin, I was like, DJ, what kind of a fish is this? He said, stationary. That he swims in place. It's terrible, dude. But everything, like money confuses me, but it's always confused me. I think it's because like older generations have made it confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Gen Z, I just think the older generations have made it confusing. Like I'm constantly getting yelled at. Like, oh, your generation is lazy. You're all lazy. All you want to do is earn more money while working less.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't want that? What? Constantly getting yelled at. They're like, oh, you guys should be grateful. You need to be grateful, because if it wasn't for our generation, you wouldn't even be here. I'm like, so this is your fault. Well, thank you, I guess. I don't know, but everything is way too expensive nowadays, especially houses. Okay. And I've come to terms with it. The only house that I'm getting is the one that Jesus is preparing me in heaven. I can't afford one here, y'all. Unless Goodwill started doing real estate. You know? Now that'd be awesome, yo. I respect Goodwill because like their prices never change. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world looks like. Goodwill's prices will never change. And like you can find some mystical objects at Goodwill. You can. I was shopping there the other day and I was so close to buying a what's it called? A prosthetic leg. But the employee was still wearing it, so he was like, "It's not for sale." I said, "Well, technically, sir, that leg is on standby." Maybe. But I think one of the most awesome things that I've noticed is like we got some like not a hierarchy, but the people in my family, they take being cheap to a whole nother level. Like my great grandma, daggone y'all, she was cheap. Her name was Harriet Bloodsoe, okay? Beautiful name, beautiful woman. She used to tell people that she was Harriet Tubman. But she would only do that when we went out to eat, so she wouldn't have to pay for her own meal. And she was like theatrical about it. There was one day I took her out to a really, really nice, like 5-star restaurant. We walked in there and she was going in. She was like, "Child, if you don't know, my name is Harriet, born into slavery, but I ran away from it." On the Underground Railroad, I never stopped working. I'm a living legend, getting credit I deserve it. I was like, "Is this necessary, Gigi? It is a Happy Meal. I will pay for you." She got her way though. I paid for the meal. Be honest with me now, y'all. Be honest. Do you guys like the Harmony Mooney? I was just saying that. I think the only person I know that likes the harmonica more than me is my wife. And honestly, it's really like encouraging when your spouse likes that you're weird. You know what I mean? It's very encouraging, and I know that she likes it because every time I play it, she always shows her interest by asking me questions. And it means a lot, because just the other day, we were in the living room, and I was going ham. I was just... over at my wife and she was standing in the corner asking her questions. She was like, why me, dear God? Why me? Lord. I love being married though. My wife and I, we really did get married June of 2023. It wasn't in the Walmart parking lot. Sorry, but we really did get married. And I think it was strange because we had like a lot of people coming at our necks for getting married so young. So many people in our hometown, they're like, "Why are you getting married so young? You have your entire life ahead of you." I was like, exactly. I don't want to spend it with anybody else, you know? Now she might, but she cannot escape now. All right, that sounded kind of creepy, but you know, you knew what I meant. Okay. I think the best reason I can explain why I wanted to get married young is just that personally, I would rather be young and married than old on the hunt. Sounds like we have some hunters in here. I'm sorry. Personally, just because like I had to get married young because I know I'm not gonna age well. I know that, and I know like y'all have heard the phrase "black don't crack." Well, biracial does. I'm not safe. I maybe have 3 months left. It's not good, y'all. I'm gonna age like a banana, okay? It's terrible. I gotta take extra steps to stay healthy. You know, like one of the things I do, I don't drink any alcohol. I completely believe that you do not need alcohol to have a fun time. And I'm actually honestly trying very, very hard to stop hanging out with heavy drinkers. But it's difficult because like I sit next to them in church and I love my parents. It's just that they occasionally drink every day. So it's interesting. But if you drink alcohol, it doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna like punch you in the throat or anything. But Just be careful, please be careful if you drink. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but some people get so desperate for alcohol, they actually start to drink hand sanitizer. They do, just for the alcohol. And that is so sad because like, that only solves 99.9% of the problem. That was terrible, I'm so sorry. But look, I'm raising my kids with the truth that you do not need alcohol. I don't have any kids, but like when I get some, I'm raising them with that truth. Oh yeah. And my parents told us, my wife and I, my parents told us that they hope that our babies look like my wife. Because like, when I was a baby, I was very, how do you say, visually confusing. Like I was so cute and nasty at the same time. My parents told me that when I was a baby, I looked like the baby Grinch. Right? People would look in my stroller, all they would see is just, even our atheist friends were like, we gonna pray for him. We have to. And like while we were in high school, it's crazy to think that we're already 4 years out of high school. It's so weird. But while we were in high school though, like we had a lot of friends who were like starting to have kids very, very early, like senior year and like junior year and sophomore year. And I noticed, like, while we were there, one of their favorite things to do, like the people, our friends who were having kids young, one of their favorite things to do was to lie. Specifically on social media. Like one day our friend posted, she was like, this baby is a gift from God. And I commented, I was like, gift from God, question mark, question mark. That baby is an accident from Anthony. Dot, 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 we think. And my wife was like, you cannot comment that without tagging me first. We're a team now. I think like one of my favorite parts about that joke specifically is that both sides are true. You know what I mean? Because it does not matter. Because every life is amazing. Every life is supposed to happen, you know what I mean? Whether it stems from a negative situation or not. It's so cool. And I know that we all serve a God who can turn any negative situation into a positive. It's amazing. It's amazing to have that hope. Yes, it is. Hang on, y'all. You guys have been so much fun. Look, I know most of you guys, I have people come up to me like,
You go on TikTok, or you do those TikToks, don't you? Yeah.
yes, but it's cool doing social media, but like one of the weirdest things about it is getting recognized in public. Because sometimes the stuff people say to me, I have no idea how to respond. None whatsoever. I've had people come up to me to, my husband and I were watching your videos in bed last night. I watch your videos while I'm sitting on the toilet. Like the worst one is, can I have your brother's phone number? I am not his pimp, okay? Please hear that. But I think, even though social media is fun, there's nothing better than a live audience. You guys have been so awesome. So awesome. Live energy, there ain't nothing like it, y'all. And I want to do something real quick that you can't do on social media. I want to open up for like maybe 5 minutes and just, if you guys have any questions, I want to answer some questions for y'all. If you have any. If you don't have any, then I'll just keep going. I made a joke about your forehead? He said, can you make a joke about my forehead? I can't. can't, dude. I can't. Oh my god. Who is this to you? It's your friend? What a friend, Phil. Oh my god. What's the worst roast you've said about his forehead? There's too many? Like of his forehead? Or like... Alright. Guess we'll never know, yeah. Yes, I see, yes.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red. Yeah, oh, red, best color, yes.
Do you want hands or do you just want shout out? You know,
Wait, what?
you want to like raise our hands, but it's like shout it out.
Oh, you raise your hands. Good question. You raise your hand to ask that, just so you know. What do I feel about hecklers? I don't know. I kind of like them. It makes your show a little spicy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My best heckler story? Okay. I was at a club once, and I still don't even know what she meant by this. But I was at a club and a lady screamed out from the back. I was doing a middle joke, the joke you guys heard earlier. I was saying that my mom is black and my dad is white. And after I said that, she yelled out, "We can tell!" I had no idea how to respond to that. It's been like 2 years and I still don't know what to think about that. I have no idea. Also, I was performing at church one time and there was a little kid who had a chair on the floor and they were just... I couldn't do